If you show up consistently and have conversations with people, you will be well known. There's a study that was done, how to become a local celebrity. The formula that was founded was that you go to one spot that's primarily has a good amount of traffic as far as like, whether it's a bar, coffee shop, whatever, and you show up consistently every single day. Just say what's up to some people, and you will slowly but surely become a local celebrity. So then now everybody recognizes your face because you're showing up consistently. They're familiar with you, you're engaging with them, and social media is the same exact thing. Social media is a high traffic place, a lot of people are there. If you show up consistently and have conversations with people, you will be well known, but a team will help you be consistent. People will definitely know you more.
Familiarity, something that is often taken for granted amongst artists. See, when we as artists choose this lifestyle instead of the traditional pathways, we often associate it with having to be overtly different. We think we have to dress extremely unique to get some sort of recognition and stand above the crowd. When the fact of the matter is, we all are naturally unique when we just walk into our natures. No two blades of grass are the same, but all blades of grass are green. All blades of grass produce oxygen. Familiarity creates a sense of comfort, and that is something you want people to associate you with when they think about you. Anytime somebody's looking to buy a product like food, or even with their time like a show or listening to a song, the first thing they think about is familiarity. Family Guy is not the best show by any means, but it's one of the most well-known. It's familiar. McDonald's is not the best restaurant in any regard, but when you see that M, you think of a Big Mac and fries. Familiarity breeds comfort, comfort breeds buyers. As much as we like to view ourselves as these unique creatures that want all these different things from life, the truth is we all like to feel safe in our day-to-day routines and habits, even down to the way in which we consume music. We are so invested into the familiarity of people and routines that a lot of people, myself included, constantly rewatch the same shows, re-listen to the same songs, despite them being months if not years old, because we are comfortable with them and we have a sense of familiarity with them. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is you know what you're gonna get. I mean, the most memorable figures are extremely familiar. One that comes to mind to me is Metro Boomin. Metro Boomin, for all of y'all who don't know, is a 31-year-old Virgo producer from Atlanta, Georgia. He's produced some of the most iconic albums and songs for our generation. Some of the more noteworthy ones are the Spider-Man soundtrack, Kanye's Father Stretch My Hands Part 1, the Migos breakout song Bad and Bougie, Kodak Black's breakout hit Tunnel Vision, Future's Jumpman, Mask Off, Like That, and pretty much 75% of Future's discography to this day. One thing though that Metro has done amazing in his career is continue to be familiar. He makes it very easy for himself to be recognized when he works on a song. The first thing you hear in a song that Metro produced is his name.
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Beautiful morning. If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Hey!
Ella Metro on that beat.
Metro. 2 times.
Something as simple as that little producer tag goes such a long way. It allows so many business opportunities to come to him, but it also made him arguably the best rap producer to ever live. He's so well known in all 4 corners of the world that he literally holds concerts of just him playing songs that he produced, and despite the artist that's on those hits not being there, people still pack out the stadiums. Most producers couldn't do something like that, but that's because people are not familiar with them. He's made it where, due to his producer tag, his name is always associated with greatness. Because Metro is so consistent with the amazing work he has put out over the years, and that's a credit to his skill and consistency, that every time you hear
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
you already know before even hearing the beat drop that this song is about to be fire. Most producers are seen as background characters, behind the scenes, below the artist, you could even say in a sense. Versus Metro, whose name you hear at the beginning of almost every fire song that comes out of Atlanta, he is seen as an artist on the track himself, and not just the background gear in the machine. Oftentimes, most artists in any niche are normally always skilled enough. You do something long enough and you'll naturally be good enough. But that's not really what it takes, is just being extremely skilled. More times than not, a good chunk of the artists in these industries are often mediocre, especially in this day and age. But the reason they are able to get away with this is due to them mastering the art of familiarity. A person that comes to my mind is Ice Spice. Ice Spice, named Isis Gaston, born in the Bronx in New York, rose to fame after going viral for a song titled Munch.
You thought I was feeling you? That munch. Either he ate it for lunch. on my body, I get what I want. Like
And it was a very, very, very basic song. No wordplay, no crazy production, very basic. But something that her fans were easily able to associate her with just from this one song was her lazy NY accent, her being thick, twerking, and having very basic bars. Soon after this song went viral, because people were unironically listening to it and making so much TikToks about it that people forgot why they even started listening to her in the beginning and eventually actually became fans, she would go on to continue to rise. Like, as a pure fan of music, Ice Spice is trash. But I think she purposely does that. And that's because that's what people associate her with, so she plays into that. I'm sure Ice Spice has way more depth than she portrays to the media and her songs. But we as people are so familiar with her being shallow and seeing her in this ironic, basic way that the artists just lean into it. As I said, familiarity breeds comfort. Comfort breeds buyers. So if they were to try and change this whole image that we are comfortable with, most of them would fall off. This was literally proven modern time with Ice Spice. She went against what her image was built off. Very, very shallow things. So as soon as she changes that, like losing a lot of weight after our first impression of her as being a thick rapper, her fans are not comfortable with this new product. And her music is not that unique, so it's easy to find somebody who raps like her, if not better, like a Doechii. So she is starting to be on the decline just as fast as she was on the come up. It's no different if you were to start changing, growing as a person, you start dressing different, you start talking different, walking different, start kicking a bunch of habits you used to do, and you would notice how quick the people around you aren't comfortable with this because they are so used to you being a certain way that they would start to cut you off. They'd start to talk bad about you. So by changing and making people feel uncomfortable, you disrupt that feeling and value that you add to that person's life. Once that familiarity leaves, people are very quick to discard you. But see, just as making people uncomfortable when changing after being so familiar can work so bad against you, on the flip side of that, you can use that same investment and familiarity that people have towards you to fuel the transition into whatever else new endeavor you want to do. A person that did this exceptionally well modern day was Sabrina Carpenter. She started out as mainly just known as a Disney child actor, but like most Disney actors that get signed to the label, she was known as a Disney actor first, everything else second, because they couldn't let go of the first impression that they were comfortable with of her being a child actor. Her sexual wordplay, the seductive aura, was in complete contrast to the childlike innocent star they once knew. And most child actors seldom are able to escape this, but she instead used this same familiarity and credibility to get those same people to listen to her music. Since people already knew her from Disney, even though a lot of their opinions were holding her back, they still knew her. They still were watching her, listening to her music, even if it was just to critique and voice shame. Being hated is better than people not feeling anything for you at all. So it was through this boost of people already being familiar with her that she successfully used that credibility as being an actor to eventually get a smash hit song like Espresso. And unlike Ice Spice, since she started off with an already pre-existing audience, when she did blow up so fast and large spread because of that audience, it didn't really matter how her original audience felt about her anymore, because they made her so big that those opinions are drowned out by the masses that now love her and know her as Sabrina Carpenter the singer and don't even have a clue about her being an actor. She took an already established foundation of familiarity and used it to platform her career to a wider audience. Familiarity breeds comfort, comfort breeds buyers. In the words of Mark Phillips, you gotta play the game to change the game. So get people familiar with you, get people comfortable with you, then show the world what you truly are. And hopefully it's good. And that's the art of familiarity. Check out my Instagram, check out my Twitter, check out my Twitch. You know I'm gonna start streaming soon. I don't need to keep saying this, y'all. Also go join my Discord. I got a Discord. I know I don't really say that out like that. Anyways, with that, I love y'all all so much, and I'll see y'all later.
That's the right, drop the beat.